I do prefer less preparation. It's very important to go into the woods and into the battle not knowing what you're going to expect. And when you're there, you have to improvise immediately. And this is preferable. This is a preferable physical, socio-psychological experience. I prefer it this way. I would say that it's a wonderful party. I would say that I would love to do it again. But I will also say that in terms of how I personally felt about my performance, I thought that I could have delivered a little bit more of a new music, and I relied on stable science to support myself. And this is not normally what I do as a living. But at the same time, there's nothing wrong with that either. If you're playing well and you're playing quality music, this has to be the balance. It's like, are you playing good records or not? Are you mixing well? Are you flowing? Are the people reading? Are they understanding you? If that is the case, then I say yes. Many people ask me these questions over the years. I've been asked this question for over 20 years in several interviews. And the answer becomes rather simple. If I had to choose a track to play, it wouldn't be like particularly a track. It would be an artist. I would play Fela Kuti, without a doubt. Fela Kuti becomes the paramount artist who has defined me from a youth to a teenager to an adult. So his power in a set, whether it be techno or house, his spirit somehow finds its way into my repertoire. So I would have to give the credit where credit is due to Fela Anikulapo Kuti. And yes, that's the answer to that. Coming to Lyon for like 20 years, and I hang out. My headquarters is L'Ambassade. Best memory? There's no such thing. You say, what's my best nightmare? If you said, what was the worst situation in Lyon? Then I could tell you a story, but not on camera. Okay. Memory? It's always been a good memory. But there's no specific memory better than another memory. But I've never had a bad memory of Lyon. Come on, great food, great wine, good friends, great hospitality, good music, all night long, leaving with a giant hangover and feeling happy and motivated. The most important thing is leaving motivated. It's very important. And these are the tiny details that a lot of people may not enjoy. I enjoy the little motivation that I get very much, so much. So every time I return to Lyon, I always feel very comfortable here. I felt the crowd was a little bit half Hollywood, half real. So it was a bit of a mission mash. And I'm not English to speak like that as a Yankee boy, but I will use the English words mish and mash. So half in, half out, half waiting for hype, half into the music. And in today's world of appreciation of any sophisticated person who's presenting their art and their wares, you have to expect both. If you think that you're going to just get a whole crowd who just loves you, then you're missing the fucking boat. You better just start masturbating immediately. Start wanking. So I feel that it was the two, a bit of hype and a bit of real. And what do you do with that? You just hope that it ends well. You hope that it ends up well. That's all you can hope for. In my opinion, in my humble opinion. Oh,
I know that you've collaborated with him. You still do?
I talk about Carrie every day. Carrie's my best friend, and Carrie's my teacher. And Carrie's like, I can't even talk about Carrie, otherwise I'll start crying. He's too special, too great, and Carrie, like I was even in the DJ booth today, it was like, Jerome, just make sure you don't do that, and like even on the machine, he was like, learn how to use the machine better than you're already using it, even right now. And I was like, damn, thank you, Carrie, again and again and again. Switch off the master control button so that the tracks become loose. It changes the pitch. When we use the machines, we're just looking for pitch control and mix out, mix in, mix out, and trying to play the best records. But Carrie reminded me today that when you put on master button, it changes the pitch of the record, and it affects the way people hear what you're trying to tell them. And this is 30 years later. We're still learning from Carrie every day. What can we say about Carrie? Nothing. I have nothing to say. Constantly. The next weapon that we're going to release can only be heard when it's released, and everyone will be perfectly surprised, because don't forget, when two intelligent people combine from opposite sides of the world, we generally, in terms of emotion and intellectuality, we always tend to, especially with Carrie Chandler and Jerome Sydenham, we never lose. We always win, so we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine, for sure. The beautiful human being that we know as Clement Onelli has always been my brother. I've supported him, he has supported me, and that's why I'm here today. And as we talk about other celebrities in the world, we cannot forget the true souls of the environment who work extremely hard to make things happen. And that is the power of our brother. And he never relinquishes these things. So if Clement, you see this video, I love you. And you know I do. Thank you.